What's up, dudes? So we talked about this once before, but Spirit is really having me think about it. So somebody might be getting unnecessarily butthurt, or this might be the answer. What is the difference between cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation? So for example, can I, as a white woman or whatever race, is it appropriate for me to wear Native American earrings? Is it appropriate for me to wear an Indian sari if I bought it at a bazaar? Any other cultural thing, is that appropriate for me to wear it, to buy it and wear it? The answer is yes, and not just as a white woman. Any race of person appreciating another culture. The answer is yes, it is appropriate. That's called cultural appreciation. And you're appreciating those wonderful things about that culture. Cultural appropriation is explained like this. Urban Outfitters might mean something. So Urban Outfitters did a case of cultural appropriation, where a lot of times this store does like kind of do it, and if we get caught, we'll pay for it later. And Urban Outfitters put out a whiskey flask for sale, and it said Navajo flask. And then they put out a pair of underwear in a southwestern print, and they called it Navajo hipster panties. And the Navajo Nation owns the name Navajo. And so back in the 90s, there was, in the early 90s, I think it was 92, 93, something like that, an act that got passed. It was called the Indian Arts and Crafts Act, I believe, where it is illegal to represent something as a Native American tribal thing. And so that's what they did. That's what Urban Outfitters did. And the Navajo Nation said, first of all, Navajo whiskey flask, that is so fucking offensive. Second of all, Navajo hipster panties, also offensive. And they took them to court, and they won. The Navajo Nation. That is cultural appropriation. So that act happened in the 90s to prevent this kind of thing from keep happening to Native Americans. And so, for example, now think before that, maybe like the 50s, the Navajo are known for beautiful turquoise work, silver and turquoise. And so some people from the Navajo Nation went to a rest stop, had their blanket out, had all their offerings out. And some non-Navajo Nation dude said, oh, look at those Indians making a lot of money off that silver and turquoise jewelry. Yeah, I'm going to do it too. Yeah, next weekend he's there with silver and turquoise too, and says Navajo jewelry. And he undercuts him. Yeah. He can't do that. He's not Navajo Nation. And so the United States in the 90s made sure that Native Americans were protected from getting fleeced. And that's what cultural appropriation is. So anybody of any color can wear Navajo Nation turquoise jewelry because that's cultural appreciation. But you can't steal their culture and claim that name. Now, the Navajo Nation are not the only people in the world that are allowed to make turquoise and silver jewelry. Of course not. They're the only people in the world who can have Navajo in the name for the advertisement. That other dude, he could set his thing out and he could say tribal jewelry. It could say silver and turquoise jewelry. It can say anything but any Native American tribal name. So that's why Urban Outfitters got busted with the Navajo whiskey flask and the Navajo hipster paintings. That's what cultural appropriation is. All right, there's the answer. A W might mean something.